Well, pay Jason for me.
Either he wants to say something or eat something, one of the two.
Take the opportunity to put up musical interest.
Acting, dancing, and now singing a Grammy with
Lord help
For those movies, and particularly Night Shift, and Gung Ho.
Really? Never knew that.
Welcome to Just Talkin'. We have a great show for you today. We are here at the International Holiday Festival at the Kenosha Public Museums. So let's go on in. Okay, it's that time of the year again, and here we are at the International Holiday Festival at the Kenosha Public Museum, and I'm with your name.
My name is Teresa DeSalo. Lithuanian name was Balčiūnas, so I'm kind of thrilled to be here to represent the Knights of Lithuania and having a good time with Lithuanian straw ornaments and doing weaving, and I have some amber that I cut and polish, so we have a lot of good things that we are sharing. Plus we have kugelis here, we have cookies, gruzdukai, we have quite a few other items for sale. In fact, we even have American doll Lithuanian costume if anyone is interested. The Lithuanian children like playing with the American doll, and they're dressing her now in a Lithuanian costume, so they're having a good time also.
Do you get a lot of people come to your booth that are Lithuanian?
Oh yes, there's quite a few. It's amazing. Many of the Lithuanians are married to different nationalities, and they're keeping up with the traditions, and they're buying Lithuanian items and Lithuanian food, and they're enjoying talking a few Lithuanian words. So we're having a good time here.
Let's talk about the Knights of Lithuania. What is that?
Knights of Lithuania is a Lithuanian organization that keeps up with the Lithuanian traditions, and everyone is welcome to join us. We have clubs that are all over the United States, and we get together in California, we get together in New York, we meet Lithuanians from other parts of the United States and share ideas and share culture and enjoy eating Lithuanian food.
Well, it's a great event here today at the Kenosha Public Museum at the Lithuanian booth. And Teresa, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Okay, thank you.
What's your name?
Mary,
Catherine.
and Mary Beth.
All right. And what booth are we at here today?
Maya Works.
And what is Maya Works?
It's an organization that sells products from Guatemala and helps Guatemalan women and families. And
Fair trade. We've each been to Guatemala several times. It's a fair trade organization started in 1992, while there was still war going on in the country, when the women could make these things. Every Guatemalan Maya woman can weave, but she didn't have a place to sell her things because it was so dangerous. A North American woman, Pat Krause, started bringing back things in a suitcase, selling them in her church, making that money, giving it back to the women, and from this came one of the oldest fair trade organizations in the country right now.
I've never been to Guatemala. How is it?
it's a beautiful country. It's amazing. Yeah, and the people are especially beautiful.
Yeah, it's very warm, and the trip that I went on was with Maya Works. And so we went around to these small highland villages where the women are actually making these items, and we met the people doing it. We had meals in their homes. It's a wonderful place to visit. Beautiful country.
And if people are interested, there's another tour going next February, I believe. People can look at mayaworks.org, and there's more information.
Festival, and I am with your name.
My name's Patty Drum.
Patty, what booth are we at today?
You're at the St. Mesrobe Armenian Church. We're located on Erie Street in Racine.
What are you selling here today?
A lot of delicious Mid-Eastern delicacies. We have 3 different types of pita. We have burma, which is like baklava, if you've heard of that, with our Greek form of that. We have sugar cookies called shakalorma. They melt in your mouth. We have hummus and pita made from scratch.
Is this the only event that you do all year? Or?
No, actually we do the first Sunday in August, we do our annual, we call it Armenian Fest. And if you've ever been into Racine, it's down at the Racine Festival Hall site down there. So it will be August 5th. It's an all day long Armenian celebration with shish kebab, chicken, all of these things, door prizes, Armenian line dancers, kids games. It's really fun.
Is there a Facebook presence or a website that we can?
Yes. St. Mesrob, that's STMESROB.org.
And I am with your name.
Jacinta.
And what booth are we at today?
We are in our Cake My Day booth. We are selling typical cookie sandwiches from Argentina.
And what sort of treats do we have?
We have some typical cookie sandwich called alfajores. It's something delicious that is filled with dulce de leche, like a milk caramel, typical from Argentina. We have some pies, we have some cakes, we have cookies.
You're making me hungry. Well, I've never been to Argentina. What's out in Argentina?
Argentina is a beautiful country. It's not that good right now. The situation is kind of critical, but we are coming up, so it's good. But it's a beautiful country that everybody should visit once.
So is these sort of the pastries that you'd find in Argentina?
Yeah, this is like typical cookie. If you know somebody that's been to Argentina and you tell them about the alfajores, for sure she have ever tried one there.
And so Cake My Day, is that a business that you guys formed? Or what's
Yeah, it's our... we have an LLC. We don't have a storefront yet because we are just starting, but we have a website that we are selling for. Website is cakemydayshop.com.
All right. Well, this is an excellent booth, great event to be at, and we thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are at the Kenosha Public Museum, and I'm honored to be here with Dan Sticka. Dan, a volunteer here?
I'm a volunteer, that's correct.
Well, what do you think of the event so far? People just coming in? Just started.
It's a fantastic crowd, and it just started. So,
well, everybody's been dropping money into here. What is that?
That's a donation box. That's to help defray costs of the exhibits within the museum. Every little bit helps.
Well, let's talk about the museum itself. Maybe those who haven't been to the public museum, what can you tell us about it?
Well, the museum was opened 2001, and I've been a volunteer here since 2001, and it's quite a facility. The exhibits up on the second floor do change periodically, and we have a new exhibit that's coming in February of next year that is called From Curiosity to Science, and it's going to be a spectacular interactive type of exhibit. And that will be a permanent exhibit that will stay there all the time, which is kind of nice. The exhibits on the main floor are static, are permanent also. We have the Native American village, we have the bones of the woolly mammoth that were found right here in Kenosha, 12,500 years old, plus the largest amount of bones of a mammoth, over 90% of the bones from another farm within the confines of Kenosha County.
Let's see. So if and then people have to understand it's not only a public museum, but you have the Civil War in
Well,
the
yeah, we have this is the public museum here. It's a fine arts and natural history museum, and then adjacent to this building, we have the Civil War Museum, which takes us pre, during, and post Civil War era. It covers the whole upper Midwest, all the 6 states: Minnesota, Michigan, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana. It's really, really special. And then there's a video in there, about a 10 or 12 minute video that is really special. And I mean, you almost have to hold on to the rails that are in there and watch. It's a 360 degree, which is fantastic. And then we also have the largest theropod museum in the country, meat-eating dinosaurs, which is really special. They're not all full size, but it's really special, really special.
And it's free to the public.
It is very good, yeah. This is very true.
So I guess check the website for events?
Check the website, right, exactly. And if you come on down, it's better. Come on down. The museum is open 7 days a week. Come on down.
Okay, here we are at the Public Museum, and I'm with your names.
Robin.
Myung-hee Kwak.
All right. And what booth are we at today?
Korean booth. Korean booth.
Korean booth.
Go with
okay.
basic, yeah.
So what food do we have to sell here?
Bulgogi, beef. Korean bulgogi is very famous, popular food, and fried rice and dumpling. Yeah, we call it mandu. And japchae is all mixed vegetable. It's a very healthy food.
It smells good, making me hungry. Very popular too as well.
Soup kitchen. Oh yeah, we sell, yeah.
So all the money we make is going to the community. We're donating.
Every Monday, yes, at the 5 o'clock at Emmanuel Church is the, yeah.
We're serving food for the people at 5 p.m. Yeah.
Very, very good.
Every morning.
Because you have some things at the other end, don't you?
The week combined, yeah.
That's kimchi, which is like cabbage, marinated cabbage, which is also one of the most popular food in Korea, and kimbap, which is like type of sushi that we eat a lot in Korea.
Liam, and what's your name?
My name is Hella Gehring.
And Hella, what booth are we at today?
This is the MGV Harmonia booth. It's in the men's choir.
Excellent. Let's talk about MGV Harmonia. What is it?
It's a men's choir that was organized quite a few years ago. I'm not really sure how many years, but I've been a member for 35 years, and so they were together already then. And I used to take quite a few trips to Germany and sing there with the German choirs over there.
What what do you have to offer here at your booth?
Well, we have crafts, that you can see different kinds, all kinds of different cookies, brats, and then potato salad and sauerkraut. Yes.
Very good. Is this the only event that you're here every year, or do you guys have
I think this is the only one that we have once a year, yes.
They better come to the festival because this is where it's happening as well.
And MGV also has some dances a couple of times a year. So there usually are, at the, what's the name of the church they have the dance at? Holy Rosary? At Holy Rosary Church here in Kenosha, twice a year, spring and fall.
Okay, here we are at the International Holiday Festival at the Kenosha Public Museum, and I'm with your name?
We are Ballet Folclórico Regional Mexicano from Beach Park, Illinois.
Oh, excellent. So you guys are performing tonight?
Yes, we are here performing. We're going to do a set that we're going to do a showcase of different states of Mexico. We're going to be presenting their traditional dress and some of the dances and music that are traditional for different parts of Mexico.
They got such beautiful outfits as well. Is that their traditional?
Yes, these particular outfits are from the state of Sinaloa, and the state of Sinaloa has more of a tropical feel. So then we do have more of the very colorful dresses, and we have the style that's a little bit more of that flair.
Are they in like competitions or just more performances?
No, we're a non-for-profit organization. We don't do any competitions. We just like to go out and entertain and educate people about our culture and just keep promoting for future generations.
Well, I'm getting hungry with this food. Well, let's hear what you got to offer at the food booth.
So we have tostadas de tinga, and tinga is essentially shredded chicken, and it's a chipotle sauce base. We make it very mild for people. But then they can add whatever toppings they have, and we do have more of the hot sauces towards the end. Towards the middle, we have Mexican-style corn, and that usually consists of the corn on the cob with mayonnaise, butter, cheese, and some hot chili pepper if you want. It's very delicious, very popular. Everybody seems to really love that one.
You got some colorful bags at the end. Is that yours?
Yes, we're selling a few items straight from Mexico. We have a couple, sometimes we'll have keychains, but right now we have those bags. Those are all traditionally made in Mexico as well. They're very trendy over there now, and we're bringing some of that here.
I'll have to go to Mexico. What's in Mexico that's a popular thing to see?
Oh my goodness, there's so much in Mexico. I mean, Mexico has 32 different states. Each one has its own style, its own landmarks, its own culture, its own food. There's really so much to see in Mexico. You have the pyramids, you have Mexico City, you have so many resorts and beaches. There's really such a diverse place, and it's warm most of the year, so that's always a bonus. But there's so much to see in Mexico. It's so hard to pick one thing that you would want to go see down there.
And if someone wants more information about the dance group, is there a website, Facebook?
Yes. You can just look up Ballet Folclórico Regional Mexicano on Facebook and Instagram, BFRM, and that will give you all the information. Okay.
Well, we thank you so much for coming out to this event. It's a great event and a great booth you guys have here, and thanks so much for telling us today.
Thank you. We love being here.
So I'm one of our curators of education here at the museum, and since we're having an international holiday fair today, we are playing international holiday trivia with my Christmas raccoon.
Well, they probably got a lot of interesting information and facts. Can you say a few words about raccoon?
About the raccoon? Yeah. And raccoons are obviously like indigenous animals to this area, to North America, but they're actually animals that we don't see in other parts of the world. We see relatives of them, but not actual like raccoons. So they're not a common animal all around the world. So we're bringing that out. I mean, raccoons are just fun to see anyway when they're not digging through your trash. But then we're also going through trivia from different countries that are represented here at the fair, in addition to a few others. So that have some interesting traditions.
Is there any other upcoming events at the museums that we should be aware of?
Yeah, at the end of this month, we are having our Frost Fest activity. So this year it's all going to be art themed. So different art activities all throughout both of the days of Frost Fest. That's happening at the end of the month, the 27th and 28th of December. So it always falls in between Christmas and New Year's. So we're going to be focusing on the work of different artists like Michelangelo or Jackson Pollock, and doing some really fun activities where we're recreating their style of art. So with Michelangelo laying on the floor and painting on the bottoms of tables, with Jackson Pollock doing some splatter painting. So.
If they want more information about the museum, is there a website or a Facebook page?
Absolutely, yep. You can check us out on Facebook at Kenosha. All three of our museums have their own Facebook. So Kenosha Public Museum, Dinosaur Discovery Museum, and the Civil War Museum. You can also check us out online at kenoshapublicmuseum.org.
Well, great event today. We'll look forward to the Frost Fest as well, and thanks so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. First comes the stocking of little Nell. Oh, dear Santa, fill it well. Give her a dolly that laughs and cries, one that will open and shut her eyes. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Next comes the stocking of little Will. Oh, just see what a glorious fill. Here is a ham and lots of tacks, also a ball and a whip that cracks. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
Okay, here we are at the International Holiday Festival and at the Kenosha Civil War Museum, and I'm with your name?
Olivia Jardis.
Olivia, what a great production you did today. Let's hear what we saw today.
Yeah, so I did selections from Little Women the musical, adapted from Louisa May Alcott's novel, Little Women.
But we will try when radio yells on board. Our success is guaranteed. Christmas will be thrilling. Christmas will be glory. Christmas will exceed our finest dreams.
Now, let's hear your background. So you're in theater? Or
Yes, I am a graduating senior. I graduate December 15th from UW Parkside. Mm-hmm.
It's just absolutely phenomenal, just in front of the audience. What other productions have you done?
I have been an actor at Parkside, so I was in, Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Philia in Forum. Funny thing happened on the way to the Forum. I took directing one class, and I really liked directing, and so I was given this project to present at the Civil War Museum as a side project. So it was really fun.
Delighted. delighted. So glad we were invited, completely delighted. Who paid the coachman? I did, delighted, delighted. Success has been decided. Not answer to wish once, to no hands, no time. Delighted, delighted.
Why is Little Women considered a Christmas story or used on Christmas?
Yeah, so in the beginning, the opening scene, she writes a Christmas little play for her sisters, and at the end it ties all together with her sisters, and my interpretation was of the novel was that she was going to write the novel that Louisa May Alcott wrote, so Jo, being the main character, wrote her own story, and I thought that was really important with the values of family, as well as the Civil War. It takes place halfway through there, so. Mm-hmm.
Consider any friend. Be loyal to the end. We'll be fine for all forever. We'll be fine for all forever. We'll be fine for all forever from now on and on and on. From now on.
Again, very impressive as well. Do you have another production coming up that we can see?
No, this is the only one. Yep.
Well, it's going to kick off a number of them. So
we do actually have Mall Flanders, Midnight in Mall Flanders, opened yesterday at 7 at Parkside. There's 2 more performances this weekend and 2 more next weekend. So. Mm-hmm.
Olivia, I want to thank you so much for a great production. You did a great job, and the whole cast too as well. And thanks so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are at the Civil War Museum at the International Holiday Festival, and I'm with your name?
Ed Pierce.
And Ed, what a great band here. Let's hear, what's the name of the band that was performing?
We are the Palmyra Eagle Community Band.
Let's hear all about it. How did that get started?
Palmyra Community Band began 25 years ago. I've been its director for 24 of those years. And we started out with, in the first year before I came on board, we started out at the first meeting with a half a dozen people. And it started to grow that first year. When I came on board, there were 15 members in the band. And we just barely had enough instrumentation to cover the parts. And the band has slowly grown and grown and grown over the years. And we perform 18 to 20 performances a year now. We have our own group within a group. We have our own in-house Dixieland group. Our wonderful vocalist flies in twice a year from New York, Kimberly Fadner, and she comes in and sings with us for our summer pop series and for the Christmas season. We have our dancers, Josh and Caitlin Voigt, and they perform at virtually all of the performances. A lot of ensembles will say, if anybody wants to get up and dance, please do. And most of the time, nobody does. Well, we're going to spike the water there and have a wonderful pair of dancers out there. We have superb soloists within the band. We've got, I think, roughly a half a dozen band directors within the group now. It's growing. It's a lot of fun. It's good fellowship, good music, and I'm just insanely proud of this wonderful group of volunteers.
Excellent. And if someone wants to learn more information, is there like a website that they can look at?
Yes, there is, sir. It's PECB.info. and you'll get our wonderful website. It's a very thorough website, contains a lot of video clips, and you can also reference Kimberly's website and others in the organization as well. So it'll take you into a wonderful archive of Palmyra Eagle Community Band performances. You'll hear on our website everything from grand opera to toe-tapping polkas.
Well, it was just toe tapping today, and what a great performance, and we thank you so much for coming to the event today.
Thank you, sir. Our pleasure.